Now let's look at temperature. Well, 98.6 degrees is your average body temperature. It varies by about a degree warmer or cooler depending on the time of nycthameron and whether or not you are sleeping. Normally, the peak body temperature occurs somewhere between 6 and 8 p.m. and the lowest around 4 or 5 a.m., meaning that body temperature is a bit lower when you are sleeping. During both wake and non-REM, your body regulates its temperature. It's like having a room with a thermostat that turns on the heater or air conditioner as needed to maintain a set temperature, with the only difference between wake and non-REM being that the goal temperature is a bit lower during non-REM. How it regulates temperature is interesting. If your body gets too cool, it will send less blood to the body surface and extremities to help prevent the loss of more heat. With a condition called Raynaud's syndrome, this mechanism is overly sensitive, making it difficult for people to tolerate cold weather or even drops in temperature because their toes and fingers lack blood flow, freeze up, and turn white. But I digress. So if your body gets too cool, it will send less blood to the body surface and extremities to avoid losing any heat. And if it gets too cold, it will actually generate some heat by shivering. If it gets too warm, you will sweat. Whether you realize it or not, you sweat a lot when asleep, even if your body is cool, because sweating is part of the process of maintaining a fairly consistent body temperature. Total sweat results in up to a quart or more of sweat on a typical night, and much more if you are experiencing night sweats because of menopause, AIDS, or some other physiological cause. But there is little or no temperature regulation during REM. It is like having an unregulated fireplace with a constant nice fire going on in it. In fact, we are functioning almost as cold-blooded animals, such as snakes, during REM. You don't usually get too cold or too warm during REM periods. But if you do, your body will awaken and then begin regulating again. We tend to best fall asleep when our body temperature is dropping. This naturally begins usually somewhere between 6 and 8 p.m., and sleep onset usually occurs a couple of hours later while the body temperature is still falling. Cartwright in 2010 found a way to actively induce a falling body temperature conducive to sleep onset. And that is to take a 20-minute warm bath a couple of hours before your desired bedtime. This has the additional benefit of also increasing M3 sleep. Now, your brain temperature, like your body temperature, will decline a bit during non-REM, but it will warm up considerably during REM. Why do you think? If you guessed because of the high neural activity and increased blood flow during REM, you are correct. In fact, during REM, it will warm up to match or exceed your waking brain temperature. Now, I cannot give you an ideal bedroom temperature because people's comfort ranges vary too much. However, a temperature within your comfort range is a significant help in inducing sleep onset and receiving high-quality sleep. Usually one's comfort range is in the 60s and a bit lower than his or her waking temperature comfort zone. Usually, even partners with very different temperature comfort ranges can find a temperature that overlaps both of their ranges. But if not, remember that in terms of our sleep quality, it is better to go a few degrees below our ideal than above it. It is generally easier for one to add layers of bedclothes than for the other to tolerate excessive sweating. So far, we've been looking at the effects of sleep on different systems of the body. In our remaining segments, we will explore ways in which our health affects our sleep.